Hi guys, this is Katie from Homemade Food Junkie, and today we are going to make candy cane sugar cookies. These are super easy to make. They always turn out very cute. I've made them 2 years in a row. They're a huge hit around Christmas time. And we're going to use these really cute candy cane Hershey Kisses. If you open them up, they have these adorable little red and white stripes in them. And we also put crushed candy cane in the actual cookies, and it gives it a really nice peppermint flavor. So hope you enjoy. Okay, so we're gonna start off by creaming together the butter and our sugars, our egg, and our extracts. This recipe uses 2 different extracts. We're gonna use half a teaspoon of vanilla and half a teaspoon of peppermint, just to give it that really nice peppermint kick. So we're gonna add 1 egg to a stick of butter. We're gonna add our sugar, just regular granulated sugar. And this is the half a teaspoon of peppermint extract and half a teaspoon of vanilla extract. So we're just gonna lock that down and cream it all together. Okay, that looks really good. It's all creamed together. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna mix together our dry ingredients in a separate bowl. Okay, so for our dry ingredients, we are mixing together 2 cups of flour, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda. So I'm just gonna give this a quick whisk, mix it together. Okay, so we're going to alternate adding in our dry ingredients now, and what we're gonna do is add in about 1/3 of our dry ingredients, mix it, and we're also adding in 2 tablespoons of milk. So we're gonna do dry, a little bit of milk, dry, a little bit of milk, until our dough is completely mixed in. Okay, so that has mixed a little bit. Got our first bit of dry. I'm gonna put a little bit of milk in there. Flip it back on again. Okay, so we have a nice dough ball that's formed, or starting to form. That dough looks really good. Okay, so one of our last steps before we're ready to color the dough is to add in crushed peppermint. So what I did is I just took regular mini candy canes. I stuck them in a Ziploc bag. Take a rolling pin and you can just crush them until they're, you know, kind of like a fine powder. With a few chunks, they just melt right into the cookie dough when you bake them. It's really good. So you just need to stir these in. You can either do it by hand. I'm gonna actually just put them in the KitchenAid and just put the stir function on. So I just want to make sure you guys can see there's little tiny flecks of candy cane in the cookie dough. That's all there is to it. It's very simple. And when I bake it, these are just going to kind of melt into the cookies and create these really cute little flecks in the actual cookie dough. Okay, so the next step we have is to color our cookie dough. I like to use the Wilton food gels to actually color. I use this to color pretty much everything when I'm baking. I do my cupcakes with these. The gels just give a really nice consistent color all the way through. So that's what I'm going to use today. So what I think I'm going to do for you guys today is do red cookies, green cookies, and regular dough cookies. Be creative. These are really fun to play with, really fun to make. So I'm just going to start off with a little bit of the red food dye. A little goes a long way when you're talking about food dye, especially the red or the gel kind. The gel kind can really color your dough pretty fast. So there we have our red. I'm just gonna set that off to the side, and I'm gonna start working on making the green. Okay, so we have our red and our green, our plain dough that I've just left white. Okay, so the next step is to take some of our cookie dough. You want to get about enough to roll the balls into about 1 inch, just like that. I have a bowl full of granulated sugar. So what you're gonna wanna do is just take that dough and roll it in the sugar so that it evenly coats the whole thing. So you're just gonna place that cookie dough that you've rolled in sugar right on your cookie sheet. You do not have to use anything on your cookie sheet. This can be an ungreased cookie sheet. I have these Silpats, which I absolutely love, and I just use them on everything. So that's totally up to you what you wanna do. Okay, we are all done. These are ready to go in the oven. We're gonna bake them at 350 for 8 to 10 minutes. Okay, so here they are just out of the oven. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna put them on a cooling rack. You do not wanna put these Hershey Kisses on these until they're definitely cooled to the touch. I made that mistake the first year when they were like still slightly warm, and I came back and there was like little melted puddles on top of each cookie, which wasn't very cute. So these are still a little bit too warm to the touch. You don't want them to cool all the way down because you need to be able to press the Hershey Kiss into the top, and you do want it to melt a tiny little bit into it so that it really sets in the cookie, otherwise the kiss will just pop off. So it's kind of a careful balance. You do not want these too hot because you'll have a little melted puddle instead of a cute little Hershey Kiss, but you don't want them too cool either. Pretty much you just want them slightly warm to the touch. So we're gonna wait a little bit longer and press our Hershey Kiss on top. Okay. So I think they are cool enough now. So what you're gonna do is just hold on to the cookie, press that kiss right into the center there. So you just want it to be kind of depressed into the middle. So there you have it. They're really adorable, perfect for a little Christmas plate. So you can see on the white cookies here, there's the little cute candy cane speckles, and you can see they've just melted in and made little spots of color. They're not actual chips anymore because they just kind of melt into the dough. Okay, I think they turned out perfect. They're exactly how I wanted them. The only thing I would say is watch your cooking times if your dough is a little bit bigger than 1 inch. I think that's where I had problems with my cooking time needing to be 15 minutes, especially for these bigger ones. I'm not a horribly symmetrical person, so you know, some of them are bigger, some of them are smaller, but that's okay. They all look super cute on a plate. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, just comment down below and like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.